Ich habe Deutsch gelernt. Or ich habe Deutsch gelernt. Sein. Ich bin Deutsch gelernt. Or ich bin Deutsch gelernt. What's the correct version of this sentence? Hello and welcome back to Learn German with a Native. My name is Lari, I'm your German teacher, and this German grammar lesson is all about the German perfect tense. Das Perfekt, the spoken past tense. Now, at the end of the video, you will be able to tell me why ich habe gelernt is the correct version of this question. Because in this video, you will learn how to build the German perfect tense correctly. You will learn about the verb position in sentences and questions. You will learn how to build the PP of regular and irregular verbs. And of course, you will also learn when to use the Hilfsverb haben and when to use the Hilfsverb sein. And at the end of the video, I have a Geheimtipp, a secret tip for you. So make sure that you stick around until the end of this video to learn everything you need to know about the German perfect tense. Bist du bereit? Ich bin bereit. Na dann, los geht's. How to build the perfect tense. Let's have a look. Ich lerne Deutsch. The example is in present tense. We have the conjugated Vollverb lernen at the second position. And now let's have a look how this sentence is changing in the perfect tense. Ich habe Deutsch gelernt. We now have the conjugated Hilfsverb haben oder sein at the second position and the PP, the past participle, or das Partizip 2 at the very last position of the sentence. But what happens if we want to add more information to the sentence? For example, information about time or location. Then we put this information in between the two verb parts. For example, ich habe heute Morgen, today in the morning, Deutsch gelernt. You see that the verb position of the Hilfsverb and the PP does not change. Now let's have a look how the verb position changes if we build a question. If we build a question in the perfect tense without a question word, we put the conjugated Hilfsverb at the first position. Hast du heute Deutsch gelernt? The PP stays at the last position. So we remember in sentences, we put the conjugated Hilfsverb at the second position, and if we are building questions, we put the conjugated Hilfsverb at the first position. The PP always stays at the very last position of the sentence or question. So the PP always stays the same, but it's built with the prefix, the GE, and the ending, T or EN. Now let's have a look how we can build the PP of regular verbs by analyzing the following verbs. Reisen, to travel. Ich bin gereist. Lernen, to learn. Ich habe gelernt. Kochen, to cook. Ich habe gekocht. As you can see, the PP of regular verbs is built by the prefix GE connected with the verb stem and the ending T. Gereist, gelernt, gekocht. So the PP of irregular verbs like fahren, to drive, singen, to sing, lesen, to read. Ich bin gefahren. Ich habe gesungen. Ich habe gelesen. So the PP of irregular verbs is built by the prefix ge, the verb stem, which can change. As an example here, singen, gesungen, which we have to learn by heart, and the ending en. And now we come to the big question, haben or sein. Which Hilfsverb do we need? And for that, I want you to have a look at those verbs. Ich bin gefahren. Ich bin gegangen. Ich bin geschwommen. Ich habe gelernt. Ich habe gekocht. Ich habe gesungen. Now, do you see any similarities between the meaning of those verbs? Right. All of the verbs with sein are so-called movement verbs. Fahren, gehen, schwimmen, traveling from one point A to one point B. Whereas the verbs lernen, singen, kochen can be done in one place. So if a movement requires a change of location, we usually use the verb sein. For all of the other verbs, we use the verb haben. But it wouldn't be German if it would be that easy, because we have some special verbs that also require the verb sein because of the change of state or the change of condition. Now let's have a look. Aufwachen. Aufwachen. To wake up. Here we have a mental and physical change of states from sleeping to being awake. Ich bin aufgewacht. And the other way, einschlafen, to fall asleep. Ich bin eingeschlafen. Aufstehen, to get up. Ich bin aufgestanden. Or to fall, fallen. Ich bin gefallen. Sterben, to die. Er ist gestorben. Wachsen, to grow. Ich bin gewachsen. Und schmelzen, to melt. From solid to liquid. Es ist geschmolzen. Das Eis ist geschmolzen. If you know any other of those tricky verbs, then please feel free to leave a comment below for other German learners. And now the Geheimtipp, the secret tip. Even though we use the perfect tense in every conversation, when we are talking about something that happened in the past, there are certain verbs that are rarely used in the perfect tense. The Hilfsverben haben, sein und werden, and the 6 German modal verbs können, wollen, müssen, sollen, dürfen, mögen. Those verbs are most of the time used in the Präteritum, in the past simple tense. So if you want to revise the German modal verbs or the German A1 irregular verbs, then check out these videos. Or if you want to practice the perfect tense, then feel free to check out this exercise, which you can find with the lesson materials in the PDF file, which I left in the video description for you below. Now, viel Spaß beim Deutschlernen. Toi, toi, toi und bis bald. Tschüss!